Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa. Do you believe we are nearly done with this? I'm actually surprised we're right here, right near the tail end of this. But, anyway, we're gonna pick up where we last left off, namely investigation. So last time we started investigation, and it was around nighttime. So it's time for us to leave. Let's see, northeast. Okay, second floor. Northeast. Yeah, I know. I've been away from this game for so long. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no. It's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. The defend man. Yeah, I see blood here. Seems like there's 3 rooms I can check here. The bed's completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I opened the door, just a crack, glanced inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered to, Frag my computer. Good lord. See, recently, our circuit breaker burned out and we had to, get a new one. Okay. The hell? So I haven't been able to, actually do any recording as of late, so I'm making up for last time. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. It looks like this locker's already broken down. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it. Which means none of us can do it. Are we creeped out yet? Maybe, but not exactly quite. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
So,
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
eh,
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Let's take a real good look at this place. Hello. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
それは
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
ええ
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Christ, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Eh.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open up. But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters or numbers. And we can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
So,
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I waste on this, but that's where I got stuck,
so,
which is a regret I mentioned.
Demo. Soね。
This PC on the desk must have belonged to the headmaster.
どうやら
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
だけど
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
つまり
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
でも
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kitty failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
そう
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Uh-huh. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't find out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Okay. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just be sure?
そう
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Nen.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kirigiri Kyoko. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. What the hell? What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
どうして？
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. There's a brightly colored box here. Seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? Getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
大事か。
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh.
どうやら
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
とにかく
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined...
なるほどね。
Just as I thought. What? What? Just as you thought, how could you know that? I mean, there were bones in there! Human bones!
違うわ。
That's not what I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box! My father. Huh? What about him?
そう。
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on! How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
それが
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I already told you this, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in home speaking since the killing game began are those 16 students. God, that's hard on my jaw sometimes. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
つまり
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. Excuse me, yawning a bit. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride in order to enter Hope's Peak Academy. I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kitty-kitty detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. And about that picture back there. Huh. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So, what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
どうして
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? desk. The headmaster's desk. He's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
ね
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
えだって
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I open all the desk drawers and look inside. I rummage through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
つまり
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I am assuming that's what it is. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
どうやら
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko...
私は
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? So that's another one.
ね
Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
それは
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only convenience you that much more, but
ね
could you leave?
そう
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
ちょっと
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you have with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, but not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through.
私は
That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
とにかく
Once I've got myself under control, I return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay. I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that's the same person who may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. the headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough fun. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 60 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hell's Peak since the killing game began are those 60 students. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. So what they did was they showed 9 plus Mukuro. That's 10. 10. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byaki, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. And then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Locker room. Okay, so... back here. Left, huh? I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not going to bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Oh, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you can get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... well, let's just give it a try. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took out the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... alright, just what I was hoping for! Now, let's see what we got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to has organization problems in every part of their life. And yet I'm looking at this crystal ball here. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Now that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure. What? There's no way denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Hagakure Yasuhiro. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? Well, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to school at the same time as the rest of us. Unless we're talking that he actually skipped. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait. Aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Locker against the back wall in the middle. It's like this locker's already broken. That's the one intact, right? I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we got inside. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. What about the other one? I mean, what I'm doing is running through every one of them. It says Seven locker against the back wall in the middle. There we go. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing in it. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It's like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly. like whomever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigy safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as a foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Kyoko. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. And I know exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But this belongs to Kyoko. What was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. What does all this mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. What is this? What does it mean? I've no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? As it is written, it says, Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There is a second despair. So next we go to the day side. But the more I see it, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving forward. I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Fourth floor. Donut hips.
Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although, I can't bring myself to open it. Cause it might explode, right? And I really suck, so you open it!
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Well, let's just open it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Wait, let me take over! I don't want to get exploded!
And then race over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead!
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... It's either something like the Castle of Lions or Figaro Castle. Or the SDF-1 Macross.
Well, this place is totally sci-fi!
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? It's some kind of... Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mech cockpit, right? You feel you'd probably freak out if you saw it.
Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that does look like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just... Whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The one that says data center.
Data center? I took a good look at the control panel. Yep, there it is, data center. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yes, please, I'm kind of scared out of the way right now, so I'll just cheer you over here.
Fine, donut hips. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Hey!
Give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina? What?
Oh man, busted! How do you know?
Anya, Anya.
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling.
Muddy, muddy.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. I guess what I thought is there's this check button.
You found what? Donut? Whatever you do, don't push it!
Oh man.
Were you seriously gonna push it?
Anyway, I guess that seals it.
The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside.
Well, hey Mikado, what's that just now?
Monokuma.
What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What, for real?
Yep. And it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
No. Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
Joko's theory was right.
But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, then that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would be true. But if that is true,
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough bugs. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killer game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in, I think, since the killer game began, are those 16 students.
the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right?
What's wrong, Mikado? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something?
Can't say it isn't possible. I really hope it's not true.
So, like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. Can't waste our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
The door just locked on its.
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted!
Monokuma!
You know, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. And if that room stays open, I wouldn't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stop moving.
Then that room.
I guess that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room. Get the window!
そんなの嘘だよ。
But that doesn't make any sense! We were just in there, we didn't see anyone! Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way! The hatch on the floor?
Too bad! That was your one big chance, and you blew it! Of course that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever! Now that this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating! I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Please! He's gone, but...
あのさ、
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there.
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then, when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
I'm sure you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here.
Nice!
Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, well, see you later.
Anna took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. So, to the only room which we've never spent time in because we wanted to go in there, Headmaster. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, yeah. Well, you came at the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. Class number 78 student roster. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78 student registry? It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro. Apparently class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room. That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers, there can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Host Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Ikusaba Mukuro, a 16th student. It must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. the uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled. She must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page. Correct. Mukuro's profile contains 2 pages. What?
つまり
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, I'm sure. It seems that some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. And there's her actual face. Mukuro reappeared somewhere, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. It's just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle scars or wounds. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe at least the Mastermind is stronger than Mukuro was.
None.
What's wrong, Makoto? You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. That should be enough to figure out who the girl is. Any further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even the survivors, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiots. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
決まりだ.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. But at least that says something, no. That is something to really note. So let's see. Next, we have to do the following. And then okay. One more page, and then I think after that. Okay, after that, I think I know what I'll be doing. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Eh?
つまりだ
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. So we gotta look at it this way. Because there's one thing that's just standing out and dead looking at me. Class number 78, student registry. Apparently it's us. It has profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning in Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was probably a new student here at Hope Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair. Which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. Then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Fifth floor, Violet. Okay, give me a moment here. Nature calls. Okay. Now that we left that room, Violet. Well, here I am in the biolab. So cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Ugh, so cold. It's so cold in here. That's the first thing I need to figure out. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there are icicles hanging from the monitor. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those lately. There's some kind of weird... that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. The ones on the left. The right hand lights are off. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as long... With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In a likely event of a problem, the red light will activate and alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. What? This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Oh, looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. Some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights on by each slot, looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I had to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So next, we go to the dojo. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were. What do you want? Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something to... It would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. If you actually saw my face, I'm actually doing this little twitch with my eyes and whatnot. Like she's like every time she's trying to talk, she's irritated when she says certain things like.
Give it back! Give me back my precious time!
Calm down, Toko.
何よ。
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Master Will!
I'm not sure if I can disagree with that.
I don't want that! I'm sick of always being looked down on. Well, I want anyone except me.
I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. We gonna leave you as bye. You make me go. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Garden, which is right over here. It's like, Toko, you got some issues? You need to do. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything close to a dead body. But it's not here, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh. I didn't notice before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. Biolab. Is that Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says, Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. And next is the gym. That's all I really need to check here. Really?
ヒントが欲しい人は 急いで体育館まで来てください。
本当ですか? What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he's set to go to the gym, right? Oh, hey, hero! Ah! Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Sorry, but I gotta go! Hero, wait! There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It's like he's trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? The hell?
Hello, welcome. Hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
Envelope? This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
But don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. The original cast. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who come to Hope Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at the file. Ikusaba Mokuro. Then this girl is... What? Nandato? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not in there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that does make sense. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Post Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. And this jacket has just blocked Junko's face. Just damn, dude. I thought everyone was like me. Didn't know each other till they got here. But this picture's real. Then could that mean... Could it be... Everyone else and just me... Everyone here except me is...
How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You gotta get in the way steady there, you know? So, I mean...
Get out!
But... I told you I'm not fielding any questions! What kind of mystery would this be if I gave all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! So, in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up! To the archives! Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we can talk? Byakuya,
やめろ。
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the... Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. To the dining hall. Donna, what's up, girl? So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? So I gotta go. What? She ran out so fast, I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Nah. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Garden. Hey, Hero! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No! Sorry about me, Big Hurry! Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It's like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? To the biolab. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her. Passed out. Again. Huh? Toko! Togo! Are you okay? No. No! She's not... dead! Is she? Never mind. Yeah!
Cold. Super cold. It's so cold. I think my skin's cold.
If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
なるほどね。
While I was asleep, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me. Kitty, how excited weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
なんか気になる私から
Oh, then what? Unbothered? Straight up horny?
Okay, so why'd you pass out?
Oh no, listen, I remember it was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Moros?
Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch.
Bingo bazinga! Miss just some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
おいごめん
Don't you say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Cause if she forgets something, I totally remember. Sounds like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Thanks, Show.
But I wanna know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, Oz, did you hear it?
I don't know. Shibuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
By himself?
I assume so.
燃える
I knew it! I totally knew it! I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master! Anyway, I gotta hurry! I can't imagine how lovely you must be right now!
Yeah, you go. You go. You crazy little freak in the sheep. Toko shut off, her airy laughter echoing behind her. I forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocider Shoal anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Probably because of blood. Hello. The fridge, it's open! I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
そう
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
大事か
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
え
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. No, apologize.
ね
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
どうやら
it's a morgue. Yeah, I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what it was in there, and well, there you have it. You know she fainted?
え
I was on my way here when Genocider Shoal came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed. Once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
どうやら
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the shot... I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her?
とにかく
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
大事か
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Hmm? How come? Because Mukuro's body is here. Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge.
なるほどね。
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assume we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
それが
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check out the body during the last investigation.
大樹君。
I need to do my own investigation of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
じゃあ
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones aren't.
どうやら
It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights. You know, I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. In the garden. In the tool shed. That's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had the stamp that it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over them. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Should I ask Kyoko about that group photo? After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
だって
The only reason he gave us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast!
え
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
え
I pay careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood. Seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? And what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the pipe with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
そうかしら。
Why does it say they were old?
だって
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days old.
I guess I don't see the difference.
違うわ。
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
ね。
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
だけど
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds. It makes it sound like they've been there forever. Like they're not related to the murder.
Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had done anything to it.
じゃあ
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
What?
少なくとも
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you?
One of many?
そう
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers unless you're Yusuke Urameshi. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
You know, like who?
つまり
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
ね
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time.
Come to think of it, there was one thing. Early when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her weight and height.
それが
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right?
You remembered all that?
They are indeed consistent with the corpse.
So then,
え
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
そう
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Ikusaba Mukuro.
それで
Is that all you wanted to ask?
yeah, I think so.
じゃあ
Then looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here.
Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back?
Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
なぜ
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair.
But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
No. Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow?
Well, yeah, but still.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling.
But she could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it even mean to be naive?
じゃあ
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes?
Hold on!
I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now,
Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
何
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
え
What?
それが
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
ええ
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
なるほどね
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
それで
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook. And after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
なんで
What makes you say that?
だって
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we've only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
もしかして
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
大志くん
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
私は
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
それが
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
大志くん
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. DVD. Urgent interviews. Class 78. It says class number 78. Urgent interviews?
それが
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
とにかく
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us has ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. I guess this means that there's some important clue on this DVD.
大志くん
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me, Rambo? Rambo?
つまり
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because the mastermind.
だけど
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness.
私は
I swore to destroy the mastermind. There's just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
なぜ
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? Because deep down, no matter what, you are some parent's child. And no matter how old you get, you will always worry about your parent. Because your parent will always worry about you. It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right. But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whereas the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
大輝くん
Even if the truth you uncovered is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. The final class trial, by the way. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got the DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Two hours of nothing but nothing but me going through the investigation. This is 2 hours. Okay. Should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well, then I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was. The voice I heard was a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
この映像はある意味契約書代わりだが君らを信用してないわけじゃないただの保険だ気にしないでねでは早速本題に入らせてもらうよ君はこれからの一生をこの学園の中だけで過ごすことになるかもしれないそれを了承してくれるか
了承すれば何も
Sayaka was obviously at a loss. Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school?
わかりま
What?
した
そうかすまんなそれなら私も全力で君を保護することを約束しよう希望が峰学園学園長の名にかけてだ
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. This. Only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on the screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Eh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably.
凪くん面談を始める前に言っておくがこの面談の様子は録画させてもらうよ
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of this. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
では早速本題に入ろうか凪くん君はこれからの一生をこの学園内だけで過ごすことになるかもしれないそれを了承してくれるか
This can't be real. I said yes?
すまんなこんな思いをさせて
だって仕方ないですから
だが君がこの学園にいる限りは私が全力で守ってみせる希望が峰学園の学園長としてそれだけは約束しよう
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again, and again with the others. Yakya. Toku. Hina. Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in the school forever. And then her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his questions, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Whoopsie! Looks like it broke. I didn't see this. What? It just happened to break just now? No! Then win doesn't matter. Failure can stroke anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass! You cut the power on purpose! Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. As well as yawn. But as I did, I remembered something.
So,
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
どうやら
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school. And I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? No. Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in the favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Well, it's that time. Of course. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. And you know what this means, folks. I have 17 in the loader. I'm actually going to do the following. I'm stopping. And when we get back, we will finish this Let's Play. Or rather, not a Let's Play, but me taking on Danganronpa. Yeah, that's right. So in the next and final part of me versus Danganronpa, the final trial. We'll see what's all gonna go down in the next and final part. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.